Yeah, after a run of good performances, I actually think that this was a good game, but again, one that we're disappointed to leave with no points. It's an empty feeling right now for all the guys. I think we pushed the game well. We had moments, got the goal at the start of the first half. Things looked good. Um, I just looked at the stats. We had 31 crosses. I think the final ball was lacking a bit. Just the quality of it. I think we got in really good spots. Whether it was the timing of our runs was a little off, or the service let us down. Weren't able to kind of take a real stranglehold of the game. Even at 1-1, I thought we pushed the game a ton. Pfeffer came in and had a couple good chances, good looks, gave us some energy, and unfortunate we weren't able to preserve the preserve the lead, obviously, and then to give up a second goal was devastating.
Questions for Jim? Do you have any reason to hang on to the subs that later? Did you think about getting guys in earlier, coming off that stretch?
No, I mean, I thought the guys that came in did a good job. I thought the guys on the field were doing a good job. I would say, at that stage of the game when it was even 1-1, we had a ton of chances to get the second goal to take the lead. I thought the guys on the field were doing a very good job. Obviously, once we went down, we didn't have another striker on the bench, so we had to juggle some things. But at the same time, again, had a lot of crosses, had a lot of opportunities, and just couldn't get the second goal tonight.
Andrew Wenger had another fairly ineffective game out on the left, and you talked about timing of the runs, and with so many balls played in from the right, he's still not making those runs into the box enough. What do you do to get him going at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I thought last game he had a very good game. He had some moments tonight where he was okay, but yeah, the sometimes he's in there a little too early. Sometimes he's not in there. So again, trying to find the balance to get him on the ball and get him in good spots. Would have liked to have had him take on Brovsky a lot more than he was able to tonight and get isolated. So yeah, I know he's frustrated. He wants to get off and get a goal and get going, but it's taken some time. But again, he's still a guy I believe a lot in, and a guy who still gives a lot of good effort defensively and has contributed offensively as well with crosses.
Yeah, their NYC's first goal,
Yeah.
that long shot.
Yeah.
Were you just? It looked like maybe you guys were maybe standing around just a little bit, or was that just that good of a shot?
Well, it got there was a turnover in midfield, which happens. It was about, I think he picked it off about 40, 45, 50 yards from goal and started to run with it. At a certain point, we do need to step up. McNamara hits a great shot in the end. But at the same time, we talked about all week against a team that their backs are against the wall. They have one win, similar to how we were, 3 weeks ago. You're going to get a lot of fight and a lot of effort. And to New York's credit, they put a lot into the game. McNamara obviously makes a great play, and then the second goal is a deflection off of a throw-in where they turn us in the box, and a little unfortunate that it deflects in. I thought, again, disappointed for our guys. A lot of great performances. Brian Carroll played one of the best games I've ever seen him play. I thought he was excellent for us, so it goes to waste. Vincent was very good. A lot of guys, again, had very good nights, but it just doesn't add up to points, so it feels like a waste.
Jim, do you just feel like with the way the season started and having all those losses off the bat that there's just sort of no margin for error here going forward because you're sort of behind the eight ball a little bit?
I mean, the points per game, column is the only one that really tells a true story at this stage of the year, and we're not doing good enough in that column. There's teams with games in hand with us that we're ahead of in the standings, but the loss column is too great right now. We have way too many losses, and especially in this building, when our fans are as good as they were tonight, packed house again. It seems like once we finally get some momentum going forward, we can't keep it going. So that part was difficult. But yeah, the table is the East is the East. There's still a lot's going to change from now through the next 18 to 20 games for some teams. So it's going to be a fight to the end. And again, we have dug a hole again that we have to fight our way out of.
Jim,
Without looking at the film right away, do you think the finishing was just a lack of execution? What did you see? Off the top of your
Yeah,
head.
I mean, there's a little of it is unlucky. A little bit of it is the balls played behind guys. A couple were floated into the goalkeeper that could have been a little executed a little better. So it's a combination. It's the timing of our runs, arriving at the right time. When do you play across versus when do you keep dribbling? I thought there was 2 or 3 moments. I thought Andrew had one in the first half where if he just keeps dribbling, make the goalie make a decision. Maybe and he tried to play an early left-footed cross that was behind everyone. Ayuk had one at the end where he does hit a good hard ball on the ground across, but if you take another touch, it gets a lot more dangerous. The goalkeeper has to make a decision. So finding that balance, when to shoot versus when to keep dribbling and when to pass. We were a little bit off on the night. And again, I don't think it was a fitness thing at all. We had legs, we had energy. They had actually more guys on the field that had only played 20 minutes the most in their career. So again, we were the team that had the fresher legs. I thought pushed the tempo of things and just were unfortunate to be on the end of a hard loss.
It seemed like, looking at that team, they have some height, but they're not terribly mobile. But it looked like your fullbacks and your wide guys were on instruction just to keep banging those crosses in. Was that something that you had planned for, or did that just did they pick to do that?
Yeah, they kind of gave us some wide spaces, some space out wide for sure. Once Fabinho, I thought was very good and got an end line a bunch. Hit some hard balls, low hard balls across. He put some in the box that were dangerous. And again, it was just a night where we didn't get on the end of things. It's not often you get that many crosses and that many looks to put a ball in a dangerous spot. Even the ones when we did have contact, they would deflect off somebody or they would make a last-ditch slide tackle or the goalkeeper would make a good save. So it's a difficult one for us because again the guys put a ton of effort into it. It's just it's a frustrating loss.
Jim, you've 2 weeks off now.
Yeah.
Where do you go from here? Do you give them a little bit of break?
Yeah, I'll give them a couple of days. We have a game against our affiliate in Reading on Tuesday. That'll keep guys going. Maybe some guys that didn't play a lot of minutes, haven't played a lot of minutes. We'll get healthy, fully healthy, which will be good. Hopefully we'll catch our breath a little bit, and we have to go to LA next, and then we have Seattle coming in, so we have 2 difficult games coming up. But our guys will be up to the task, and again we'll get a little bit of rest. It's been a long week, one that we wanted to end the right way with a win, but we didn't take care of business.